Alright, we're live. It's that time again. I was gonna say a few things before we start, but I don't know if I have much to say. I think my mic is a little more staticky than usual. I don't know. I'm gonna invest in a much better mic once I move out. That's gonna be top of my list. But we're working. We're going. So let me close this out. Alright, let's get into this. Pesterquest, Volume 9. This is going to be Sollux and Nepeta. Alright. Back at it again. I should note to people in the future that this is late, but not because of me. This was on them this time. This Pesterquest Volume's 2 days late. It's Friday instead of Wednesday, which is better for me. Yo, X-Mask, welcome. Good to know my chat stuff is still working. It's been a while since I streamed. Alright, the lionliest girl in Alternia. Meow! That music may be a little too loud. I'm gonna do one headphone as usual. Test, test, test. Yeah, there we go. Time to face the facts. Something is going on here. Not that you didn't already know that. You've had the blurry outlines of all this strangeness for a long time. It's only after your stint with Aradia that you've managed to fill in all the shapes and colors. Your friends, the companions you've been to hell and back with, you forgot about them. That feels like... God, you can't even come up with a sufficiently dramatic mixed metaphor. It feels bad. Your desperate friendship thirst was compelled. You get that, and it's mostly worn off by now, but... what the fuck else are you supposed to do? It's basically just your job now, so you'll keep doing that job. Whatever, let's just do the damn route. Who did Equus tell you about? It was Moirel, right? You'll go to try to find her in the middle of the woods, which is a very normal thing to do. You'll be normal. It's a normal kind of day. You zap to the mouth of a cave and are immediately set upon by a wild beast. Yellow eyes flash and sharp teeth glitter. You brace yourself to be made into dinner. The wild lioness sits back on her haunches and contemplates the stranger. The wild lioness sits back on her haunches and contemplates the stranger. That's how you know she does that, she tells you. But taking a closer look, you realize that she is in fact not a wild lioness, just a very unkept troll in a green coat and grubby t-shirt. She smells like a fire pit. AC licks her snout and tries to figure out who has happened upon her den. A friend? A foe? Dinner, perhaps? I can't roll my R's. The troll girl licks her lips, and you realize that even though she's not some bloodthirsty predator, she does have very sharp canines and clawed gauntlets on her little hands. She's small, but with trolls you discovered the hard way that size does not translate into a 1-to-1 strength ratio. You tell her that you're a friend, definitely a friend, and not at all the sort of friend you playfully fight with and then accidentally eviscerate because you never know with trolls. The girl, whose name you have a sneaking suspicion might be Nepeta, scratches at her chin, her fingers curled up like a paw. You're worried she's gonna put her eye out with those claws. AC wrinkles her nose and wonders what anyone could be doing all the way out here in the wastes. It's not very plausible. That was a bit of a stretch. How did you come upon my cave? Actually, should I do the Rice Krispie treat video? You gotta melt the butter. AC says it with the growly grower. Yeah, let's do that one. That's a better voice. I will play along. It just so happens that you are an expert RPer, and by expert you mean you once played Soldier Purbeast with a stressed out J-Blood kid, which you'd forgotten about until literally yesterday. Anyway, what you mean is, you've got some moves. You go limp and show Nepeta your throat, yielding to who is clearly the alpha female here. You're barely even role-playing here. Every olive blood you met can whip out your intestines and wear them as a shawl. Nepeta beams down at you before remembering that she is a regal lioness. AC nuzzles the strange old cub and welcomes her to her cave. Appearing to realize that she doesn't need to describe her actions out loud because you're right in front of her, Nepeta nuzzles you gently with the top of her head. You get the feeling she doesn't get out much. You tell her that you didn't mean to startle her or anything. You just think you have a mutual friend. A big indigo blood named Equus? Nepeta digs her claws into your arms. Her eyes go wide. You know Equus? Don't forget the Equus Japan. How? Where did you meet him? Tell me everything. Well, it's kind of a funny story. Before you get into it, Nepeta launches herself off of you and scampers into the cave. When she runs, her knuckles occasionally touch the ground. You're not sure if she moves like that naturally, or if she's just very, very in character. She pauses at the mouth of the cave and gestures you inside, the sleeves of her coat flopping down past her wrists. If you had parents, they probably would have taught you not to follow cat girls into caves, but you didn't, so you're totally down. Oh, stray cat girls. This is Vinny finding a stray cat girl. The cave is small and chilly. Several animal pelts cover the cavern floor, from creatures too large to be wolves but too shaggy to be bears. Maybe some sort of wolf bear? All the furniture is a word from stone, the recoup raccoon formed from a natural hollow in the rock. Of all the hives you spent time in, this one is the most rustic. You wonder why. Nepeta isn't a high blood, but she's certainly not a low blood either. She could have made a hive at least as nice as Tavros's.
AC welcomes you to the strange cub to her den and invites him to sit down wherever they please. She realizes her visitor is probably sleepy and hungry. Luckily, AC has a fresh kill.
Oh, great, that is really lucky. Nepeta skips back outside, leaving you alone and feeling, well, like you followed a feral child into her cave. Torchlight burnishes shapes strange and forbidding. The irregular flicker disorienting. People used to do everything by firelight. No wonder medieval art is so preposterous. Dogs with the faces of old men, and old men with the faces of babies. And speaking of art, drawings pepper the cave walls, shaky and crude, although you doubt even a Michael fucking Angelo could do as much with a canvas like this. The pictures seem to depict Nepeta and various other trolls, some of who you think you recognize. You see Karkat's nubby little horns and Equius's broken one. A few pictures have been viciously slashed out. A couple of the self-portraits of Nepeta also feature a large, sleek white cat. You wonder if that's her hunter Sona. Lion Sona? Whatever. Then you hear a growl behind you and realize, oh right, Nepeta has a Lucis. Hot, damp breath touches the back of your neck, and you turn as slowly and carefully as you can. Oh, hello, kitty. Two hissing mouths open in snarls, and a big cat backs you up against the cavern wall.
Oh, Pew, stop that silly kitty. This is our friend.
It keeps dipping into Adam Sandler. I don't want that. Nepeta hurries back inside, throwing herself onto her Lucis and petting rambunctiously. Pounce's hisses immediately turn to purrs. She rolls onto her back and bats big, terrifying paws in the air.
Oh, who's a good kitty? Oh, who's the best kitty? Pounce, we have a guest for dinner. They know Equius. You do, right?
Nepeta looks at you with sharp little eyes.
You do know my voice well. You weren't lying?
Oh, definitely not. You would never lying. You'll never forget Equius, no matter how hard you try. Although you did recently forget every single person you ever knew. That will absolutely never happen again, though. You won't allow it.
AC leaves her weird friend in a very capable paws of her Lucis while she goes to prepare a precious meal. A delicious meal.
Oh, damn. Nepeta, please don't go away and leave your guests alone with the ferocious. You mean a ferocious beast. But Pounce seems perfectly placated by Nepeta's insistence that you are a friend and not food. She curls up on one of the animal pelts, tucking her head. Her tail twitches and her ears flick. You're pretty sure she's not only pretending to sleep. Like, she's giving you a shot, and if you fuck up, it's lunchtime. You sit very still and try your best to look unthreatening. Just a little while ago, this would have been easy. You'd been totally defenseless and thinking the most unthreatening thoughts. But now you remember that at least a little of who you were. And you know what you've done, even if some of it was done in dead-end timelines that never actually came to pass. You're not sure you can still call yourself an innocent bystander. Nepeta derails this dangerous train of thought by dragging in a huge haunch. That's just really the word for it. A haunch. Someone's leg. Wow. When she said she had a fresh kill, you'd figure that was part of the RP, like she was gonna pull out a DiGiorno or something like that, but nope. She really did just tear apart some animal and bring you its leg. She has blood smeared over one cheek, her hair in pieces across her sweaty forehead. You get why she and Equius get along. They have an equivalent ferocity. Good thing you aren't a vegetarian. You are gratified to discover Nepeta appears to draw her roleplay line at devouring raw meat. You wonder if trolls could eat meat raw or if it would make them sick. They definitely seem to be more natural predators than humans are, but then again, most of them live in houses and eat cup noodles and play video games. You've never met anybody like Nepeta. You watch her build a fire and then take yourself on a little trip to the mouth of the cave while she cuts up the meat and spears it on stakes to cook. You come back to the fire when the meat looks a little bit less like flesh and more like food. Honestly, shouldn't bother you. You've seen and been through much worse. Guess the mind is a strange and many-layered beast.
There you are. There you are. I thought you'd run out into the waters like a big awful idiot. It's dangerous to go out there.
Well, she went there. Obviously, it's possible she's dangerous too. That makes Nepeta smile. Still, can't quite meet her eyes, but she's fidgeting with her gauntlets less than she was before.
So you really meant Aqueous? Really?
She slides up close to you, almost too close to talk comfortably. You wonder if this is the first conversations he's ever had through a computer screen. That wasn't through a computer screen. It is, though. You tell her that yes, really, you met him. You spent a good amount of time with him, too.
That's incredible! I've never been seen that silly guy hang out with anybody before, except maybe Whiskers.
Whiskers? Oh, she mean Vriska. You know her, too.
Really?
Yep. Wee is Weasel Rifle. Yep, you probably would be hanging out with her right now if she hadn't gone off to some Antifa shit with Terezi.
You know Terezi, too? GC?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Does Nepeta? You're expecting her to exclaim and wag her imaginary tail. Instead, she doesn't have a tail yet? I guess Aqueous makes the tail. Maybe we're gonna get it for her in this. Fat pops and sizzles in the fire. Across the cave, Pounce lets out a lazy squeak that sounds like it came from a much smaller cat. You ask Nepeta if everything's okay?
So what you're saying is you know all my friends?
Well, that's not exactly what you said. It's kind of creepy if you dwell on it, but you keep meeting people through other people, that's normal, right? Well, you did just happen upon Vriska at the beach, and Aradia you found asleep in a field. You haven't asked Nepeta if she knows Aradia, but you're sure she does somehow. Slowly, Nepeta lifts her gaze from the flames and meets your eyes for the very first time. Maybe it's the firelight or the shadows gamboling on the walls, but she looks haunted, hollowed out, and filled with something you can't name.
What are you?
Nepeta may be goofy and playful and awkward. It doesn't make her an idiot, and you get the idea that treating her like one is a very good way to have a very bad time. Explain. You tell Nepeta that you don't know what you are, or even who you are. You certainly know better than you did a few volumes ago, but you think you're an anomaly. You've crash-landed into someone else's story. Nepeta is still watching you carefully, muscles wound tight. She's ready to pounce. On the fire, the meat begins to blacken and burn, but neither of you say anything. There goes dinner.
Me and some friends were supposed to play a game. Different from the games we usually play. Even Aqueous was gonna play this time, and he usually hates games. But the game didn't work.
Oh, right. You know about the game. She blinks at you.
I dream sometimes.
Dreams? That's pretty normal.
Not normal dreams, dummy. At least I don't think they are. I suppose even if they are, I wouldn't have anything to compare them to. They are the only sort of dreams I ever seen. I'm not sure what they are. I see other Nepetas sometimes. Sometimes Pounce is there, and sometimes she's dead, and that makes me very sad. I see my friends, too. And other people I don't know, but who I think could be pretty good friends if I got a chance.
The bright, cheerful note in Nepeta's voice digs the center of you, plucking at your nerves like a cello string. It makes you so impossibly sad. You don't know why.
I don't see you, though. I don't think you fit in here.
Ouch.
I apologize, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. My dreams are probably silly and don't mean anything.
She springs up from the fire and K down on Pounce. And she springs up from the fire and K down on Pounce. Okay. Burying her hands and face in the thick white fur. You get up and follow her after her. Because what else do? You should probably give up on this particular round at this point. You've quite thoroughly killed the friendship mood with all this existential angst. Why does she live all the way out here anyway? Wouldn't it be better to live closer to all of her amazing friends? At least Aqueous. Even Terezi, who is definitely very weird, has a house. Admittedly, it's in a tree, but it still counts.
Oh, I'm used to when I was a wigwar. Or I think I did. A big lovely house with windows and lots of furniture for Pounce to scratch.
Pounce closes her eyes and purrs.
But then, I don't know, something happened. I remember fire and noise and lots of shouting. And then I was on Pounce's back and we were running for a very long time. I think it was pretty terrible.
Nepeta's fingers tighten on Pounce's ruff.
I like it here.
If you think back to a different olive-blood girl in an oversized jacket who lived rough, another who made her life her living with murder. In fact, you could see Nepeta growing up into someone much like Palipa. Sharper, meaner, all of her bright edges sanded off, her games transformed into a struggle for survival. Even now, sitting bathed in firelight, she looks tired. Every troll you've met carries the same exhaustion between their shoulders, even the high-bloods to a certain extent. They are worn to the bone by the sheer weight of history and a future that promises more of the same. What does one do in the face of such insurmountable misery? How can you, a simple silent protagonist, ever begin to combat so all-consuming, so monstrous? Nepeta is waiting for you to trudge through your mandatory self-agonizing, introspective interlude. So you do all you've ever claimed to do. You hold out a hand and wait for her to take it. Take my hand, Ray. Join me with a wood dogs. Sorry, I saw Star Wars last night. Zap! Nepeta yelps and jumps an impressive 4 feet into the air. Fair, you were doing a dramatic gesture and forgot to prepare her for it. Sorry about that.
Where at?
This is... Despite Equius' incredible strength and barely contained excitement, when he wraps Nepeta up in glistening, obscenely muscled arms, the embrace is the gentlest you've ever been witness to. Ah, this is such an incredibly unorthodox manner for a pair such as ourselves to become acquainted. I apologize for this gaudy display of public affection. It is extremely unseemly of me. Well, he isn't really in public right now. Actually, the opposite. You're the asshole who popped into this private living space with zero warning. I suppose that's right. This is not the first time you have intruded into my space. Just let yourself in and out. How indecent. Okay, dude, calm down. You'll get sweaty. I am always sweaty.
Equius, you're smooshing me.
Oh. Equius lets go, but he doesn't step away. He is looking at Nepeta like he can't quite believe she's real. Are you real?
I think so. I don't know how I got here.
Don't worry about it. Just think of it as a reward for being such a very good kitty. Wow, is that a weird thing to say? That was pretty weird. You take it back. But Nepeta doesn't appear to have noticed your fumbling. She's scampering around Equius in incredibly excited circles. Maybe you can't fix these kids' lives. Maybe you can't improve society. When it comes down to it, you have the power to bring friends together, and damn, you'll take it. There they are, the Meowrels. Now let's see what horrible things happen in the other routes. Let's see the instant loss and stop this nonsense. Oh, shouldn't call it that. You tell Nepeta that you will happily explain to her exactly who you are and what you're doing skulking outside her cave, but could the two of you maybe key down the drama, talk like normal people? You've been down this road before. It's kind of bringing back painful memories. Oh. Nepeta leapfrogs off you, a distinctive olive flush crossing the bridge of her nose. Wow, you didn't mean to embarrass her. Just a productive combo doesn't seem possible if one of you is pretending to be a lion or whatever. Nepeta nods jerkily. Her gaze is firmly fixed on a boulder a few feet to the right of you. Her body language, which moments ago had you wanting to zap for cover to protect you both your dignity and internal organs, is now stiff and wary. She looks even smaller than before. She mouths something that you can't quite catch, then turns tail and scuttles back into her cave. God damn it, Nepeta, wait! You hurry after her, but you stop at the sound of a deep, resonant growl. There's something in that cave, and it's definitely not a kid playing a game. There it is. Oof. Spoopy. Alright, one more. Let's see the worst route for Nepeta. Haha, wild. It's really wild she doesn't see you in her dreams. No reason. Oh, by the way, does she want to see your sweet powers? You have super sweet powers. Zap! Oh no. Are we gonna get Aqueet Permusk? Okay, so let's see what we got here. Jade's room is bright and cheery, fresh flowers in the hanging pots, curtains pulled open wide to let in the afternoon sunlight. Jade sits on her bed while Dave paces in front of a line of squiddle toys, carefully assembled in neat ranks. This blue one's clearly in charge of the dominant posture. Also, he's the only motherfucker not tentacle deep in his homie. He's an untangling buddy that is some really shit really cuts the core of, like, emotions. It's actually because the magnets in him are really messed up and always have been. Harley, you are ruining the magic, come on. Oh, hey, Mailman, did you bring another stray alien? Because the last one had a fucking attitude and also surprisingly good snack sense. Snack sense? Yes, that's for snacks. Like, you'd think it would have occurred to me before to combine M&M's with popcorn, but I never did. Oh my god, Carcat likes M&M's and popcorn, that's the best. Especially if it's the... You have to do peanut butter M&M's, dark chocolate M&M's, and popcorn, all three together. That is... Guess, cause I wasn't raised right. But yeah, Carcat has a good tongue. That's not what I meant. Anyway, hi Troll Girl. What's up? Oh yes, I wanted to meet you guys. Are you the same aliens who harassed us for years and then stopped for seemingly no reason, but actually probably because the fake bellman ruined everything? Wow, damn, Jade. Sorry, that's not how I meant it.
Who are you people?
Nepeta's voice changes again.
I gotta do the wise crispy tweets to get back into the voice. Don't forget to acquiesce to Pan. Where am I?
Jade takes a step toward Nepeta, who bristles and hisses, her back arching. At this point, you're pretty confident in your assessment of the bug theming for the trolls. But they really continue to be cat-adjacent, don't they? Maybe cats are just the only cultural touchstones you have for fierce but skittish creatures with a lot of hair. While you're busy pondering cats, Nepeta does a wild scamper for the window. Ah, fuck, this is a tower, this is a tower, this is a tower! Fuck, you really didn't think that one through. Sorry, Nepeta, you really should have warned. Holy shit, something's sure as hell on fire. Little Timmy's dad fell asleep at the grill doing one had too many Bud Light limes and burned the whole fucking rack of ribs. Ribs ain't cheap, Dad. Now the barbecue's up in smoke. Who's gonna eat that Walmart potato salad without ribs? No one, that's who. Damn, you got a little overzealous with your zaps and brought Dave along with you. So, this is where Carcat's from. I thought he said, this is where the Carcats come from. No wonder he's such a spastic pile of personality disorders. Pretty rank in here. Well, at least Beck prevented you from bringing Jade along. Oh. This isn't the ruins! This isn't the island! Sorry to crash your party like this, Nepeta. You really didn't mean to bring like half your alien friend group into her house. Nepeta is standing beside the dying fire, where the haunch has fallen apart into blackened chunks. Her hands are twisted in the layers of her coat, and she is shaking from head to foot. God, you just completely invaded her space. You are so totally... Oh no, Pounce has placed herself between Nepeta and the rest of you, or more accurately, between Nepeta and Jade. Her hackles are up, her two mouths hissing. Ah, fuck, does she smell Jade on Beck? This sucks, actually.
Pounce, wait, don't do anything, just pounce!
Did you get there in time? A choice within a choice? Two bad endings? Let's let Jade die. The next moments happen so fast you barely have a chance to catch sight of them, let alone intervene. Pounce leaps over Nepeta, landing on a rock and springboarding off it with her back legs right at Jade. Oh god, oh no! Pounce's claws are too big and so sharp, and Jade is just a little girl! Bang. They're really playing up the cute girls can be monsters thing in this volume. They all got guns and claws. It's great. And Dave, look at Dave looking like a Control-Alt-Delete face over there. Video games. Pounce hits the ground with it. Oh, she killed her?! Cloud so heavy it vibrates up your legs. Smoke curls out of the nose of Jade's rifle, the shot loud enough to make you all go temporarily deaf. So you don't hear Nepeta scream as more than a sigh, like wind or the distant wail of a train. She leaps up, oh boy, for Pounce, even eyes blazing wide and unseeing. Jade starts forward and Nepeta shrieks, raking out with her clawed gauntlets and catching Jade across the arm. Holy fuck. Jade reels backward, arm held protectively against her chest. Her shoulders heave with thick, choking breaths. Then she turns and runs out of the cave. Jade. Jesus fucking dick. Dave tears off after her. Holy shit, this is a complete nightmare. You teeter, torn between two disasters. Nepeta cradles her loosest head in her lap, rocking slowly back and forth. You say her name once, twice. She doesn't even seem aware you're here. God. Nepeta, this poor little what's the word I'm looking for? overstimulated autistic cat girl trying to live her life in a cave. You show up, fill her house full of aliens she doesn't want to socialize with, and then kill her mom. You've done everything you can here. That is, you've done nothing. You hurry to the mouth of the cave, hoping to get a glimpse of red and white. There's nothing, just the endless sway of trees and chirps of night creatures. Nothing to suggest that two human kids, one bleeding profusely, have ever been here. Motherfuck, how could you let this happen? You need to find those kids. You imagine Jade, her copious hair, the bright smile, her tired eyes. You stand at the edge of a canyon, alone. It's clear there's no one around for miles. You aren't anywhere near Nepeta's cave. Jade could never have gotten here this fast. You messed up somehow. You think of Jade again, but this time you add in her stricken expression and the blood dripping from her forearm. You appear at an old train station. Fuck, okay, at least you can see the damn woods now, but still, no Jade. You think of Dave, sardonic glint, casual lean, muttering his jokes to himself before typing them out. Shit, damn it! This isn't even the right planet, ugh! Yeah, you know, calm down, tease, posing god person. You sat back to the mouth of the cave. The fire has died down. Everything is still. And just the sight of the dark opening makes you feel you're not welcome here. A girl lost her Lucis, and it is your fault. Two human strangers are lost in the wilds of Alternia, and it is your fault. Your powers are growing, you can feel it. That's why Beck couldn't stop you. Then, why can't you find the kids? Because they aren't where they belong. You fucked something up again. The continuity, the timeline, something. Thematically, Dave and Jade don't fit here. But now they're stuck. All alone. Because of you. Game over. So let's see if the other choice changes anything. It probably won't. We are going to deflect, and I'm going to make sure someone's important messaging me. No. Did you get there in time? Yes! Ounce's claws feel as big as they look. They're sharp, too. Sharp claws. Incredible. Those claws. Santa Claus. Oh, it's Christmas themed. Red soaks into the green velvet. Santa Claus. Is that a red letter? Is that a motherfucking red letter media reference? Oh my god! Star Wars! ATST! ATST! Red soaks into your green velvet of your dress, slicking it heavy against your chest and stomach. Christmas! Wind whistles in your ears, accompanied by the strange ringing of chimes. Oh no, those are screams. You collapse backwards, waiting for the inevitable curtain of darkness to fall on your consciousness. Oh well, you'll do better next time. Or not. Instead of hitting the ground and finding yourself catapulted back to a menu screen, a pair of hands catch you and eases you down to the cave floor. Several pairs, actually. Your head is cushioned by something soft, and for a moment the voices around you come into focus. Don't have any idea what to do you know? First aid and shit, but I'm pretty sure they don't actually have organs. Or any organs. Shh, please, everybody be quiet! Darkness closes in on you, but it's a kinder darkness than you're used to. A darkness untouched by failure. Consciousness fades back on slow waves of sensation. The first thing you see is a firelight on the cave wall. Strange shadows lapping across the rock and playing out a story you believe you could understand if your body was a little less heavy and your brain less full of mush. You try to sit up. Wow, you are not going to sit up. Don't try to sit up. You're gonna start bleeding again. Dave, go get Nepeta, they're awake. Oh, dope, okay. Hey, Lejean, here kitty. I twitch my cute as fuck little nose and a sultry come hither for the homeless catwoman lady who lives in this cave. I'm coming, hold your hoof beasts. Jade, Dave, you're both here in Alternia? You didn't think that was possible, at least not for Jade. Yeah, I was gonna mention back before you got gutted by Kimba the White Lion. Didn't think that worked. Don't you always get dog blocked? You thought you did. Maybe you just caught a lucky break and got in there while Beck was napping, or doing some other important dog stuff. I guess Beck has been acting sort of weird lately. He's been way less protective and bossy. He doesn't even get shirty when I go into the ruins. Jade, I hate to break it to you, that's not weird, that's normal. Dogs aren't supposed to chew the remote and shit on the carpet, they're not raised you from childhood. Animals are not parents. You know a couple trolls who might disagree with that, but you digress. Wow, your body doesn't feel good. That's because Pounce almost killed you. I wasn't sure you could die, but you proved me wrong. You did a pretty good job of almost dying. But you aren't dead. Dave held your guts in. It was very gross and extremely fascinating. Wasn't a big deal. What kind of clown hasn't staunched copious bleeding from a gut wound, honestly? Time to go back to preschool, kids. You are impressed and horrified. Dave shrugs. Jade sewed you up like she's a fucking Susan B. Anthony with that needle. Except not American. Was Susie B. Anthony American? Did America even exist at that point? Maybe she was English. I've never sewn up anything that wasn't a corpse. It was fun. Again, you are terrified but impressed. But the two of them, they're okay? They look alright. A little grimy but otherwise unharmed. You're really sorry that you zapped them here and then passed out for what was like most likely days. I'm chill. Yeah, it's been great, honestly. Which really does go to show how fun our normal lives are. Yeah, kind of pathetic. Or how what? Oh yeah. Yeah, kind of pathetic actually when you think about it, but Nepeta has Wi-Fi at least. He holds up his phone, open to the Messenger app. You can just make out familiar lines of red and gray text. Move over, Aqueet, coming through.
Move over, Aqueet, coming through.
Nepeta appears, shooing aside Dave and Jade, hunkering down at your bedside, or on your pile of furs on the cave floor. Her hair hangs lank around her face, and patches of blood liberally stain her coat. But apart from that, she seems to be in an excellent mood. Hi, Nepeta. Sorry for bleeding all over the place.
Don't be silly, see? Just drink this.
She hands you a small clay cup full of something hot. What is it?
Herbs.
She pounces with the H. She pronounces the H.
Herbs.
What kind of herbs? Healthy ones.
Alright, healthy ones.
Probably some dank shit, mailman. Better watch out. I feel like Nep knows where to get the nip if you catch my drift.
Shockwee, stop being weird. You'll help the healing process if I find them in the woods.
Well, damn, if you find them in the woods. I get the most of my remedies from the jungle too, Dave. Grandpa left me plenty of antibiotics and formaldehyde, but nothing for a headache or a bad tummy. He just told me to chin up a little, Jadelet. Oh yeah, my bro's the same way. Ibuprofen. Never heard of him. There's nowhere to get jungle medicine though unless we're talking about the concrete jungle. Like there's an old guy named Stevie who camps out in the lobby and he'll fucking hook you up, but I also think he's a sex offender.
Your planet sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, it's alright. You think Nepeta for the herb and take a little sip. Sure does taste like a bunch of boiled grass. Could be worse. You think Nepeta probably made the cup herself. She probably made everything in here. Honestly, if there's anywhere on the planet that you could choose to get mortally wounded, doing it near Nepeta was probably the right call. Nepeta smooths your blanket with little nervous passes of her hands. She's back to not looking you in the eye.
I had a very long talk with Pounce and told her that she's been a very bad kitty. She feels awful about it and would like to make it up to you if she can. She's hunting something extra delicious right now.
Oh, Pounce didn't need to do that. It really wasn't your fault. You just got your dumb ass in the middle of everything as usual. Better you than Jade, definitely, since you're the main character and therefore probably can't die permanently.
That makes no sense to me. It's fine. Aqueet, can you hand me that Puro?
Oh, which one? What does Nepeta keep calling Dave? Aqueet? We bonded over shared interests, except some of us are totally 100% earnest in our interests instead of acceptably ironic, which is fine, it's not a big deal, don't worry about it. Okay, you don't. The world begins to soften around the edges, melting like a scoop of ice cream. These herbs certainly appear to be the good shit. No matter what choices you make, when this particular writer gets a hold of you, you tend to do drugs. Your thoughts slide into one another, dissolving. You see your friends arrayed out before you, the two lonely girls and the strange, intense boy with hidden eyes. They watch you anxiously. You started this journey believing you needed to save these kids, and maybe that's still true. They need someone to fix the mess of their lives and their planets and the crushing weight of the brutal reality bearing down on them, but maybe we need saving too. Maybe you could all save each other. Whatever, you're high. You'll rest now. Wow. Group end! That's great. Is there an achievement for that? Let's take a look. The chum roll. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, I see, yep. You helped Nepeta and her Meowrel ship shell. AC shared her possum den with Effery Grub. And we gotta do Sollux! Oh my god, what is this? Okay. I'm gonna BRB. And then we'll start Sollux. Like 2 seconds. Oh. Alright, Sollux time. It came from space. That Nepeta was all friendship stuff, so is this gonna be weird plot stuff? So this is it. You think the Sollux guy is gonna be a piece of grub cake. Set aside one ridiculous voice for the other. From both Karkat and Kanaya have told you, the poor guy recently got ghosted by his girlfriend, best friend? You're not quite sure what they ghosted. You're not quite sure what they are, and apparently neither do your friends. For trolls, friend seems to be as loaded of a word as girlfriend. Regardless, from what you managed to gather, they were quite close, and her ghosting him has had serious emotional effects. Thing is, the guy sounds like a mess, and looks like a loser, and boy is he ready for you. He's been flying low for a while, and you're ready to scoop him up and baby feed him the tenderest of worms directly into his mouth. Figuratively speaking. Unless, he's into that, then, so are you, and you're so fucking ready to do it, literally. Of all your mutual friends, Karkat has shown the most concern in the most backhanded of ways. Trapped in the throes of an extremely online sick sweep dom, he's been unable to tell Sollux he's worried. And so instead of having an honest conversation with a longtime friend, Karkat has arranged for an Alternian meat brute between the two of you. It's foolproof, which means it's you-proof. Karkat gave you an honestly frightening amount of detail on Sollux's everyday routine. The main difficulty is he seldom leaves his hive. He's kind of an indoor boy. Today, though, you've gotten lucky. Sollux has made plans to see a friend, and you're going to casually bump into the guy and play out all of Karkat's carefully curated plans, step by step, and befriend him. But first, he actually has to show. For someone with such a rigid schedule, he's sure not great at sticking to it. So you're just left here at an alien train station, sitting on an alien bench, trying not to make eye contact with any of the aliens around you. Sure, they might be potential friends, but no. You're pretty sure that Sollux is the guy for you this time around. You know it the same way you've known everything else that this particular leg of your meandering journey had begun. It's gotta be Doc Scratch, right? That cue ball-looking motherfucker stole the memories of all your previous buddies. Stands for reason he stole some other ones, too. In fact, Eradica helping you remember has just made you realize that there could be so many things you forgot. You can't shake the feeling you're still being used, that everything you do, every move you make, feeds back into some shitty mastermind's plan. I've tried zapping back to Doc Scratch's mansion, but you can't get there either. He's out of bounds. So you've just defaulted to your usual thing. Friend acquisition. You're playing into someone's hands, you just know it. But the alternative is to do nothing. Sit quietly in a room alone and not have any contact with anyone. And who knows if that's exactly what Doc Scratch wants you to do in the first place. It's really hard to do anything at all the time. Anyway, Sollux. You've heard a lot about this dude, and you're certain he's heard all about you. How could he not? You're basically best friends with everybody he knows. You are an unstoppable friending force. Oh, fuck, there he is! He's... How did exactly the way... No, he's pretty much exactly the way you imagined. How did Karkat put it? A skinny fuck and a total loser who had utterly lost without Karkat's devotion and guidance. Yep, just like that. What should you do? Tell him you're Karkat's friend. You greet Sollux cheerily and tell him that you're Karkat's friend. You know all about him. Sollux looks you up and down, his nose wrinkles like he just stepped on a piece of particularly fragrant dog shit. You stealthily check the sole of your shoes to see if this unpleasant aroma is coming from you. Nope, then what's wrong? Did you come on too strong? Oh no, you fool! You absolute fucking buffoon! This guy is one of the most oppressed class of people on Alternia! A gamer! Of course he's wary of you! You probably can't even tell if you're a PC or console gamer, or how objectively right your opinions about RPGs are. Timing was absolutely crucial here. You should have approached him as if he were a delicate baby gazelle, just inching up to the watering hole for a fresh sip of Mountain Dew, and then before he knew it, pounced and recounted to him how much you managed to break Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 with all the sick moves you've learned. Dazzled him with your objectively right gaming opinions.
It is so fucking typical. He didn't even fucking ask. Just fuck. He can't mind his own fucking business.
You are utterly confused. This wasn't part of Carcat's script.
This is like the Jeezy thing all over again. He never fucking asked. He never fucking warns me. All of your friends have to be friends with all each other. On the other hand, it's so fucking hard for them to understand. Fuck! I want to do nothing with you other than juggle a piece of shit and wherever the hell you are.
Juggler? He lifts an eyebrow.
Oh, sorry. I hadn't pegged you as a honky-ass licker, and I would have known better, but you do look the part.
Sollux is absolutely unimpressed. You weren't expecting this. Are you experiencing a heated gamer moment right now? You think this might be all turning in slurs. You really can't confirm without whipping your phone out in front of him and making a fool of yourself by opening Urban Dictionary mid-conversation. The train pulls away from the platform, but the troll in front of you seems to have completely forgotten about that.
What the fuck do you want?
You very bluntly tell him that you've heard he's having a rough time. You just want to be his friend. Some of his friends have told you they're worried, and Sollux looks absolutely livid now.
Did KK tell you I needed help?
Well, no, it wasn't. You let out a ridiculous yelp and turned to see a ridiculous minuscule clown car. Just really fucking small. There are 2 big horns in the front, 2 bigger horns in the back.
Motherfucking miracles.
The small of the door of the car opens, and out comes a shoe that really had no business in that car in the first place. There's absolutely no way that Gamzee fit in there, but somehow, he's folding himself out. You turn to Sollux to share a consternated look, and he just seems annoyed. A leg follows the shoe, accompanied by a series of cracks as he unfolds himself from the inside of the car. Recently, you've become a bit of a bone expert, and you're certain that is not a noise they should be making. You can't look away. You're absolutely hypnotized by this display of clownliness.
Hey, motherfuckers. I was just all up and about when I happened to the 2 of you all. Can't hardly believe my oculars. Sollux, my good bitch. I haven't seen you since, when's the first time we met? Oh, so you're double-teaming me now. This is some sick shit. Trying to clown me from both sides.
Now hold on, Gamzee wasn't part of the plan.
Plan?
Ah, shit. This always goes smoother in the rom-coms.
It's okay, my friend, lustful friend. There's no need for plans. We are all part of the greater plan that brought us together.
Sollux takes a step back, takes a critical look at both of you, and flies away so fast the shockwave almost tops. Did he grab his crotch? Did he do the thing? Gamzee waves him a very unaffected goodbye, eyes glazed over. Well, you beefed it. A very real word describing a real action that people take. You beefed it big time. You say beans out loud because you beamed it so hard you've actually made yourself an entire meal.
Ah, it's okay, my most universal of friends. That's just how a motherfucker says hi sometimes, by flying away from you as fast as possible. I know what would cheer you up.
It's drugs, isn't it? Definitely drugs. Wow, look at that car. Clown end. Beautiful. Time isn't right. You decide to hang back and wait a little longer. You stand on the platform and a few polite feet from him. Before long, a train pulls up and you see Sollux take a furtive peek inside before walking back out to the platform. That's interesting. A second train hops in, and he seems to deem this one worthy and hops in. You count to 10 before rushing in. All of a sudden, Sollux activates the Grateful Dead, and everyone on the train rapidly ages. You hide inside the turtle now. This isn't JoJo Stuck. JoJo Stuck is the next volume. The car is almost empty. It's just you, Sollux, and a pile of blankets in a corner. I guess the car is bee-themed. Man, trolls really love bugs. Sollux takes a bench seat and puts his bag next to him, so there's no chance anyone will sit there. Luckily for you, the one in front of him is still empty. They're all empty, actually, so you take it. There's something a little nostalgic about this setup. Feels like any minute now, Sollux is going to ask you arbitrary questions that may affect some cosmetic choices in your life moving forward. But he doesn't. What does that mean? Oh! Oh, it's Animal Crossing! That's awesome! It's the opening of Animal Crossing GameCube! I love that! In fact, Sollux's face remains totally neutral. All he does to acknowledge your presence is lift one single brow. The time you spent near him may have been short so far, but the idea you've built in your head is quite strong. You've heard enough from his friends to know he's not quite bothered at all. However, if you didn't know better, you would say Sollux is emitting the energy of someone who walked into an empty bathroom and chose the most secluded stall, only for someone else to walk in and choose the one next to his. I like that meme where they walk in the urinal. Which is nonsense, because you know better. All the secondhand knowledge you got off this guy can't be wrong. He's doing what you've mentally dubbed as the Tsunder Act. You keep staring. Can I help you, dude? This isn't how you expect to introduce yourself, but you do it anyway. Okay. He pointedly pulls out his phone and doesn't look at you anymore. Okay, so you're starting to see that he needs some space. You pull out your own phone. What? There was some doubt that you had one because it hasn't been mentioned in a good 2/3 of this game? Silly. Little did you know, the phone started all in your hoodie pocket. They truly don't make phones like this anymore. Sollux is holding his horizontal, which gives the feeling that he's playing a video game. Well, he's got you beat already. You don't have any games on yours. You decide instead to go through your messages and, wow, you had so many plans with many of your friends and it wouldn't disappeared on them. Fuck, they were all counting on you. Okay, you got this. Carcat has basically shown you this guy's entire games library, and you're gonna super casually bring up games he likes, no problem. There's a name out of that had really surprised you, but in hindsight, it makes sense. Back at home, the game's still wildly popular. Nobody knows where Minecraft came from, but fuck, everyone loves it. They have Minecraft on Alternia! You're bound to absolutely fucking nobody because you're so casual and friendly that you love Minecraft. Every gamer knows that one, but you get no reaction. Fuck, this guy can probably tell you don't even know how to use a texture pack. That's fine, no harm done. You know he's also a huge fan of Attack Drone and Solid State. He didn't have time to find anything about it on Goregal, besides the fact that it was apparently staunchy anti-war. The guy making the games got away with it for a while before the Empire caught up with him. Mostly because nobody actually understood what the fuck it was about. Name dropping it alone would surely be enough to show him that what a badass gamer you are. Nothing? God. Group Stronghold 2. Fortnite? Oh wow, you got a TF2 reference in Homestuck. Wow. Damn, you were completely certain all these sick games would prove irresistibly conversational topics. You look thick. I don't actually give a fuck, but please don't puke on my food. That startles you. Immediately, you reassure him you're fine. That sounds like bullshit, but I'll believe it since you don't want to make this any more awkward. I'm Sollux. Oh, you're surprised he changed his tune so fast. You're that alien everyone's talking about, aren't you? How did he know? You've been messaging me from like days, dude. Been totally weirdly invasiving to me. Whatever. I'm in a good day today, so we're starting over. Okay, this isn't that bad. You can do this. You can do this. You introduce yourself over again, and try to play off the fact that you know a creepy amount of insider knowledge about this guy. I don't see what the big... Hey, who is this? Hey, why are you so being loud? Can't you see I'm trying to slip here? A small olive troll pops out from the blankets in the corner. Somehow this really shakes Sollux. We need to leave immediately! Why? You don't understand, this guy here is gonna die and we're gonna go with him if we don't get out right fucking now! I know he's on the wrong train car for his blood. We're gonna teleport away. As the train continues to shake, you grab Sollux's arm and teleport. And, somehow, you end up in front of John's house? Huh. Well, of all the places you visited, his neighborhood is probably the friendliest, and there's something about the knowledge that Dad is around the area that makes you feel safe. Like if you needed it, you could absolutely get a dose of parental guidance, or at least a fresh croissant. You try to check up on your new friend. Sollux is scrunched up into the house's shadow, trying to play it cool, but obviously shaken by how sunny it is. Once he realizes you are indeed not being burned alive by the sun, he visibly relaxes. The air isn't toxic. What the actual fuck did you do? This is obviously not Alternia. It's a little hard to explain things without flexing at this point, so you allow yourself to brag a little in hopes of impressing Sollux. You explain that not only is this place safe, but also John programs a little. He's probably more sad than Carcat, but you're sure that'll cheer Sollux up. You're certain Dave is also around. He reminds you a little of... Can you stop? Fuck! Stop what? I don't think you get how weird you're being. I haven't told you anything about me, but somehow you managed to know a lot of really personal information about me. Honestly, it's creepy as fuck. I know that your friends are basically all my friends, and I'm sure they told you I'm kind of an aloof piece of shit and grumpy and hard to get along with, and half the time I feel like I don't even fucking deserve them. And then you walked in, they'll adore you instantly. Fuck, even Ek likes you. You don't understand. Shouldn't this make your friendship easier? You don't get it. I'm way more complex than whatever the fuck they say online, what my friends have told you. Real life isn't like a dating sim where you fumble your way to the right choice. Why do you even want to date friend me? Well, both of you share so many friends, it's only natural, isn't it? Sollux looks at you. His expression remains neutral, yet somehow you feel harshly judged. I don't think you understand how things work for people like me. I had a wake-up call which I realized nothing I do really matters. Whether I wanted it or not, I'm detained to be a war machine. I'd already gotten a taste of it once. It can't be harder than the first blood, right? He smiles a little. It makes you feel worse. Sollux is letting you in on something you don't have the full picture for. Anything you could say at this point wouldn't be any help. I'm stupid enough that I'll resist. So it'll definitely suck big time for me. But I probably made the mistake of trusting someone who let me believe I could make a change. But if it's got fucked, then that's that. That is most certainly not that. It's not too late. Things are better. You've made sure of it. You can make a change, both of you. You're not entirely sure what he's talking about, but he doesn't have to become anything he doesn't want to. I can see why the others might like you. And for whatever it's worth, I'll do what I could believe you to. Before you can react, he's flying away. Ah, fuck, shit. Now he's lost on Earth, and oh god, he could have at least waited for you to get him back home. But if the wrong people find him and do some fucked up experiments on him. Oh, but he definitely doesn't want to have anything to do with you. See you, space gamer. Wow. Alright. Gonna help the little olive bud now. Put your hand on Sollux' shoulder. There's nothing wrong. The train continues to shake. Are you out of your mind? We have to... The shaking stops as suddenly as it restarted. Both Sollux and the sleepy troll look around confused. Everything looks fine. Sleepy troll just yawns and goes back under the blankets. I don't understand. This isn't how things work. What did you do? Who knows? You're not entirely sure what Sollux thought was going to happen. Is he okay? No, I hear voices? You hope he's getting the right help for that. No, you recycled asswipe. The voice is dead, or more importantly, the imminently deceased. And I very clearly heard the voice of Blanket Throw right there. But now I don't, and that doesn't happen. That never happened before. Oh, wasn't that a good thing? It's not bad. It makes you happy to hear. You feel like you're finally making progress and getting through to him. Sorry, I got really stressed for a moment. Fuck, this is awkward. You reassure him it's fine. You ensure the rest of the ride with him in mostly companionable silence. The train pulls into what seems to be the right stop as Sollux stands up. You're friends with Kin, right? Kanaya? Oh yeah, you eagerly nod. Well, I'm headed her way if you're interested. You're nowhere near as annoying as TV and Carcat make you sound. Sollux smiles, and it's the first time you've seen him genuinely smile in your time together. You tell him that you would love to see Kanaya again. Wait, hold on. Terezi and Carcat think you're annoying? He snorts. I can't snort. No, they just described you honestly. Being how you are, it's part of your charm, I guess. As long as he finds it charming too, you're okay with this backhanded compliment. Dude, you have got to stop believing so over-eager. It's just a little embarrassing. Anyway, I hope you didn't have a heavy breakfast. Huh? Does he expect you to run there? You can teleport easily. You can get there fast. That's nice. We're going to arrive more in style. Before he's done talking, Before he's done talking, your bow tie, your app's already in the midair. You've been lifted by psionics before, but it's the first time you feel completely weightless. It's like gravity has completely forgotten you have to answer to it. Brace yourself. I refuse to slow down. So you do. Everything around you becomes a blur. You know you're somewhere, but everything just looks like colors. When the world sharpens back into view, you're in Kanaya's hive. Sollux looks smug. Kanaya looks from him to you and back again. While I am happy you made a friend, I wish you had given me a warning. No offense. None taken, but you're a little curious as to why you had taken the train over, as Sollux seems like he could have easily flown here, so why? Can't the dude just be super fucking jazzed about public transportation? Fuck the entire planet and stupid fucking hero spectrum system, but at least the train can take you where you need to go for the most part. Well, you can't say the same run's true for where you're from, no. He knows I will not open the door otherwise. Oh? KM, you're really killing my vibe here. Completely hearthing shit. Well, I think our friend would appreciate knowing that while powerful you are still a developing young troll, and I would rather not have to mop your brains off my front door. Are we really doing this again, Miriam? On last name basis again, Sollexander? Yes, we are doing this again. Being the naturally... I love the Formspring references. Being the naturally curious person that you are, you've amassed a good amount of troll anatomy knowledge by now. Thus far, weird alien brain anatomy has eluded you. What happens is that I have this big brain that's almost too big as my What happens is that when we were younger, Sollux would get really sleepy if he used his powers too much. Then Kayan found Gorgle, then found like dopamine, Nordaline, Pistamy, now he thinks he knows better than me. Sollux, please. I sent you the links. We both borrow the same amount. Yeah, whatever, I came to do a favor and decided to fit it for a chain. Sollux, if you're gonna make excuses, make good ones. Instead of being annoyed or embarrassed, Sollux seems delighted to hear Kanaya's words. He already looks way more relaxed and in his element than he was on the train. So what's the problem this time? What is it? Well, you see the keyboard will not work. I just have no idea how it happened. He's an IT guy. Kanaya points to her computer. It's very clearly been cut in half. Most likely sawed in half. Very cleanly, if you must add. Sollux looks at it like he's seriously considering what could have happened to this computer. Is this right, turning it on and off? Naturally. I figured something like this happened, so I came prepared. But the keyboard looks fine! He pulls out some things from his bag, including what looks like an identical version of Kanaya's computer. This may happen a lot. While he gets to work setting things up, Kanaya takes you aside. I have to say, I am really impressed. Yes, you are quite impressive. Sollux has not been at his best recently. You see, we had what we may call a falling out in our friend group, which resulted in 3 serious injuries and 1 death, the details of which are not mine to share. But Sollux was used in a rather heinous way, and I did not distance myself in a way from the troll who caused all this, and Sollux, in a very Sollux fashion, blames himself and the truth from all his friends. Glad we're at the end of the last round, I'm dying. And when he started talking again, he still refused to engage me in conversation, until he finally acknowledged my medical condition. Oh boy, Kanaya hadn't mentioned a medical condition up to this point. You hope you haven't been, accidentally made her overexert herself or been rude in any way. I wonder if it's okay to ask. I can see you all wondered what my condition is. I am simply too gay. It is quite serious and frustrating at times, but I have simply stopped blaming myself for it, and just accepted it as part of my life. You nod. You are overall a rather healthy individual. You tend to get injured on a bi-weekly basis, but somehow always miraculously come out of it just fine. You truly are one lucky son of a bitch. It is a little embarrassing to admit. You tell her she's your friend. You'll not judge her at all. In fact, you want to take a moment to appreciate her for not judging you. She definitely has it more together than you. She smiles, one of the warmest smiles she's given you. Very well. I am not proud to say this, but I am... My medical condition is that I am bulge cursed by Vriska. Vriska cursed my bulge. What are we talking about? Does Kanaya have erectile dysfunction? Thank you. I have learned to live with it. No, she's just really horny for Vriska, as we all are. Kanaya, God, you're just so sorry to say this. I'm joking. I'm making a joke about my crush on Vriska being a medical condition. I thought it would bring a little bit of levity to the situation, but you're just looking so confused. You tell Kanaya that her image con neutral not found. Oh no! You tell Kanaya that her sarcasm face looks a lot like her normal face. Yes, people have told me that before. Sollux chooses that moment to slide back in. It's all set. Thank you. I'll add something that you've been bothering me about for a while. You move towards the computer. You can't see the screen from where you are, but you can see Kanaya's face light up whatever they're looking at. Is it a Vriska desktop background? Oh, Sollux. I know you did not want to share these pictures. I hope I did not push too far. No, you didn't. It was just being a stupid fuck. I don't know why I was still hung up on it. I'm sick, so I'm technically an adult. Oh no, he gave her a porn folder. Not really, but thank you. It means a lot to me. Yeah, whatever. We both look at stupid grubs in these. We both look like stupid grubs in these. Oh no. Oh, thank God. It's their kids' picture. It said pictures of kids. We were quite young. Yep. Woo! It was old family photos. You try moving closer to take a peek, but Kanaya throws you an absolutely murderous look. Whatever embarrassing childhood memory lane they're going down, it seems like it's deeply personal to Sollux. For once in your life, you mind your own business. It's kind of awkward to see myself like that. What the fuck am I wearing? It was very fashionable for the time. I would know. I had it made for you. It's not you or the fashion. It's just... Did they date each other before they both realized they were gay? Picking up on his discomfort, Kanaya saves the day before you can butt in. Focus more on what you had done to your own hair. Alexander, what had you been thinking when you did that? Hey! After a few moments of reminiscing, they move away from the computer and back to where you're standing. You hope they both appreciate you standing in your own lane. Anyway, I'm rather surprised to see you with company. Yeah, I got to keep my whole lone barkbeat reputation to keep what I can say. Is that why Miss Pisces keeps bringing up the delightful conversation you two are having? Well, I got fucking big news. Turned out she's not as boring as I thought she'd be. It's going. Going where? Sollux shrugs. It's going. Kanaya hums in agreement, but decides to drop it. It's funny to think you might have thought this guy was a complete loser. He seems to have more game than the average gamer. A stealth Chad, in a way. Wait, hold on. Why does Kanaya get to introduce Sollux to someone, but Karkat has to come up with an incredibly convoluted plan for you two to meet? No offense to you or KK, but KK has no filter on who he lets into his life. Yeah, no offense. You feel like you may start taking actual offense. I'll hate meeting new people. Do I look like I know what the fuck a Dave is? Bitch, I'll kill you. No, you will not. No, I won't. It's a meme. Fuck can. She smiles pleasantly. You feel a little bit like an outsider, like there's some history between them, but can't help but feel a little warm on the inside at the sight of friendship. Anyway, we should leave soon. Why? Thought you were going to stay the day. It's a rather long journey. If whatever. I left some shit running in to go check on. Ooh, hacker shit? Of course not! Very well, at least let me get a couple of shirts I fixed for you. And if you'd be kind as to drop a couple of things at the drone office, I fixed a sweater for Karkat. Yeah, no problem. The moment Kanaya steps away, Sollux is in your face. So we're not staying over because you're obviously not sick, then having you over for a sleepover would be fucking weird. Can't argue with that. But also, you seem okay. I wouldn't mind spending more time with you. There's just something I don't tell everybody. There's a frozen mustard beef and extra place in the drone office. You can go there. Oh fuck, oh yes, it's a friend date! Wow, that's it. Sollux says, wow, not a lot happened, huh? But it was very nice. Sweet victory! Check on his Achievo. Yep, there we go. You and Sollux enjoyed some well-needed AFK time. Let's read the credits. Nepeta was Aisha Ufera. That's why it's all drugs. KFC Nepe, yep. Kanaya, no. Sollux was Anonymous 2.0. We don't know who wrote Sollux? Well, we did the Solluxander joke, so it's someone who knows Homestuck well, and it's someone who's really into the gamer culture. So I'm going to assume that it... And it's very obvious to me, as someone who's very deep in the fandom, that we would write something like this. And because the... And then they did the... Which is cool, because they did the art... But they hate my guts. One time they called me a... And when I met them in person one time, they... Man, I hate Homestuck fandom politics. But of course I like their writing. I always like their writing, even though they hate me as a person. I love their writing, thank you. Sollux art was by Gina, and Nepeta was by Haven Daniels. I thought at least her angry look looked like the Vriska one. Very nice. Background artist was Charlie Flock. Someone new. That's cool. I like the backgrounds in this volume, especially the Animal Crossing drawover. Ending illustrations, also Charlie Flock. Musicians. Here we go. What's the songs? Rose, Dave, Jade, Karkat, Terezi. Sollux was... Oh. kwcom.wave? Is that supposed to be Kiwi? Like Kiwi Farms? I hope not. kwcom.wave. It's gonna hit me an hour what that's actually supposed to mean. Okay, maybe I was just supposed to go to that. Let's go there. kw.com. It means .wave though. kwcom wave. What is this? Is this a reference to something? Is this a music joke? I don't know. There's no one in the chat right now to tell me, so people watching on YouTube, let me know in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to hit that bell icon. I clapped! Where's Nepeta? What was Nepeta's song? Is it a Ryu song? Is that a Colors of Mayhem song? Nepeta's Clark Powell's Requiem. Alright, Clark Powell, nice. Game design and programming Mint. Oh, so I guess Zik is on the next one. Zik Suburb D. However you pronounce Zeke. Zilch. I don't know. Zeke. I think it's Zeke. He's gonna be programming the next route. I guess starting from the next route, which is gonna be the last trolls, Eridan and Theffery, and those are written by Griever of JoJo Stuck and Aisha's dad for Theffery. That's gonna be real good. Patch icons. Okay. I can do a quick just image data mine. I have time for that. Again, data mining stuff is really going to be packed into a big video at the end of Pesterquest rather than loose Twitter threads. But I can do some of it here on the stream for fun. So we're going to open up Steam. We're going to find the Pesterquest files. I'm going to copy them all. I'm going to paste them into... I'm going to make a folder. I'm going to call it 10 Nepeta Sollux. And paste it all. And then I'm going to grab RPA extract and un.rpyc. Oh dear. And wait for this to finish. Make it full screen and see if I can bring it up here to display. Oh, that's the wrong display. Let's see if I can fix that. There it is. It's a little tiny, but it doesn't have to be perfect right now. I need to work out a 1080p streaming schedule. I wanted to stream some Star Wars games, talk about Star Wars, but this stream killed my voice. I forgot Pesterquest was out today. So, in the future, once I move out, which is only a month away, less than that maybe, I'll be streaming all the time. Okay, extract archive. Let's check the songs for metadata first. While that's running, camera 1, Dave, where's KW? KKPQ, that's Carcat. There's Requiem. No metadata there. And A, B, C, D, F. It's not here. Is it named something different? It's nothing.flac. Properties. Oh, I saw I already did this once. Let me whisper about Starbucks. Is it this one? No. Oh, PQ Soul 1. That's a weird name for that. It was made just for this, I guess. Is there a PQ Soul 2? Nope. That's very weird. Let's leave that on while I go through the images here. Go bigger icons so you can see it. Oh no! Nah, hit the wrong button. Now you see my embarrassing desktop. There we go. Kanaya's. This is the Kanaya neutral that glitched out. Don't know why. Carcat. Here's the Nepeta. Yeah, these sprites. These are good sprites. Nepeta ended up next to Mutini, just because of the name, just because of the alphabetical order. Nepeta, Nepeta, Nepeta. Look, so much Nepeta. Nepeta got a good meaty route. Check on Sollux. Here he is. Here's his background. I can show you the Animal Crossing background now. Animal Crossing GameCube train. That's not the best image quality. This GIF will work. Look at that! That's great. That's really great. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh boy. Ooh. I guess that's it. Sollux only got one background. Oh, well, they reused the train, they reused Kanaya's. Anything new with the T-poser? Okay. Let's take a quick look at the script. Muzzle flash. Define Nepeta. Okay. Nep and Nepeta are two different characters. Nepeta, Apex, Pred, Grimace. We'll play some Apex. What we dropping, boys? Nepeta, Nya, Tilt, Talk, B. Wow, these are some quite the names here. No underscores in the Nepeta ones. Someone drew those. It's not a game designer. They're not an epic elite gamer. Sorry. Very sorry. Neps. Nep scamp back. Nepeta Nya Tilthapi. And then we can really just look to see if there's anything commented out. That's the only things that would be interesting. Like the Nepeta launch animation had more complexity, it looked like, or just different setups. A lot of these Nepeta stuff, they went and we did animations. That's alright. Backgrounds. Nepeta's Hive. The forest at night with the entrance of Nepeta's cave in the back. There's some of the author notes are still here. Game over. Play along. It just so happens you are an expert RPer. By expert, that's a real line. I wonder why it's commented out. Guess that's it? Yep. I just left some comments. I can check the very bottom if anything's dangling out. I do want to see what some stuff about the music. Is it play? Audio? Soul? Yeah. Just, yeah, music, Pesterquest, Soul 1. And there's no call for Soul 2 anywhere. Okay. That was a good stream. I like this week's volume. We'll be back in a couple weeks with Eridan and Thefri, and then I guess we move on to the Alpha Kits. We're getting to the end of Pesterquest already. Ooh boy. Alright. Have a wonderful day out there. I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that bell icon, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch. You can follow me on sponsors. Oh no! I forgot to thank my sponsors guy at the beginning of the stream. Sorry it's at the end this time. But, I'll still thank you. You will not be forgotten. I promise. Donors, special thank you to cyberKinetist for their $5 tier on sponsors. If you want your name said at the beginning of the stream, this is the beginning of the stream. I said it here at the beginning of the stream. If you want your name read, then you can go to sponsors.com/u/LunaTucker. Link in the description and sponsor me. I will not gate any Homestuck content behind, but you can support me, get a special Discord role, get all the work files for the other art I do, original art I make, and get your name read on stream. Peace.